How beautiful behind your veil, this might as well be fairy tale. Your lips are like a scarlet cord, your fragrance my new favorite smell, my lady well. You are a garden, spring flowing, fresh water from the well of Lebanon, darling, like garden. I'm honored, my mama will be honored to pass the baton as the number one woman. I'm trying to get captured and locked away till infinity. For now the winter has passed, the time of singing has come. This for my beautiful one. Captured my heart. I keep falling in love with you. Falling in love with you. Falling in love with you. You make me wanna say, falling in love with you. Captured my heart. Captured my heart. I keep falling in love with you. Falling in love with you. You make me wanna say, love is not purely emotional. Most of these quotables folk done wrote overlook. Common sense tells us that some days you feel differently about your spouse or the one you cuffin' or lovin'. Especially couples that argue about nothing and spill it in public, then go home and cook dinner and push through their feelings. They know they ain't happy but know they committed despite the conditions. Cause love is an action, they wake up and practice. They never move backwards, they only move forward. They make up on mattress, that's love.
Let's make the Father proud. You know the enemy hates when married people make love. Yeah, like that. Just relax.
Them haters cannot see us. I got bright ideas, and the sex sounds we make sound like onomatopoeias. I'm gonna lay you down like vocals, I'm gonna slide in you like Visa. Glad we waited till our wedding day. Make love in front of Jesus. Make love in front of Jesus. Glad we waited till our wedding day. Make love in front of Jesus. Damn, we done missed our own reception. Tell your family I ain't mean it, huh? Captured my heart. Captured my heart. I keep falling in love with you. Falling in love with you. Falling in love with you. You make me wanna say, falling in love with you. Captured my heart. Captured my heart. I keep falling in love with you. Falling in love with you. Falling in love with you. You make me wanna say,
this is a
squad.
BS3 Sports. Okay, sports news, get it first when you're getting off of work. Even when you're at work, acting like you're working hard when you're hardly working. I'm a maverick like Dirk, getting Franklins like Kirk. Hold up, boy. X Squad, you don't know them boys? Being talking facts on every topic. Overall, we just talking noise, just being boys. Covering Texas sports in them tall hills. That with the fake pass over to Elliott. Better guard your grills like a car for real. Yeah, Cowboys gonna bring a bowl back, Lord willing. Yeah, Mavericks gonna bring a ring back with Mark in it. We live sports, we talk sports, we dream sports, we eat sports. The teacher about to teach the course. Welcome to BS3 Sports.
The weekly show.
Ay. Gross. Oh man, yeah.
Welcome to a special edition of the BS3 Sports Show. This Good Friday. We got a great show planned for today. Like I said, special edition. Got off of work early, so no lunch break show today. But we'll be talking NBA playoffs. We'll be talking college basketball. We got the Cowboys schedule out, so I got to go game by game. Let you know how I'm feeling about that. Also, Terrence Bud Crawford versus Amir Khan. We'll be talking about that fight. And the phone lines will be open the entire show. Phone number 469-351-0881. We will have my dad coming up on the show here in a minute. I've been wanting to get him on. You've been seeing him in the chat room. I know he's been biting to get back on the show and talk some sports. But the phone line will be open. First, roll call. Shout out to Mo Cheese in the building. Mocha Bella in the building. Thank you guys for tuning in. Said Galloway. I'm hearing it's raining out there based on the comments in the chat where you guys are. Well, in Dallas, it looks pretty nice. So I feel sorry for you guys. We did have some rain yesterday. Also, appreciate everybody for tuning in. It's in the chat room so far. We are excited with X Squad Radio as a whole. You're tuned in to X Squad Radio. But we're doing a contest right now, so we're trying to get expand and trying to get new listeners. You know, the name of the game is to get new listeners to continue to build what we have right now. So if you know someone that is a new listener or someone that needs something to listen to, we got a lot of great content. So I would urge you to let that person know they can tune in. But also they'll get entered in for a contest where they can win $100. So let that person know, get them signed up. Shout out to Jennifer Pettit in the building. She's probably on the road right now. Appreciate her for tuning in. She signed up, so shout out to her. Also, Courtney with The Real Deal. Thank you for tuning in. Also, shout out to my fam over at the No Phony Podcast Network. Showing support and love they do as well. So let's go ahead and get right into it. You know, we have NBA playoffs going on right now. Had a couple of games yesterday. We got some games on tap for today. On today's slate of games, we got Raptors, Magic. We got Celtics, Pacers. We got Trailblazers, Thunder. And those are the three for tonight. But I'm going to get my dad on here in a minute, and we'll talk about some of the games from last night. But the Warriors have awoken. The Warriors are not asleep anymore. And this is what they need. They always need to have a situation to where they get beat by a team that they should not be losing against, and then they start to bounce back. That unfortunately, and I guess fortunately, that's this team. That is this team. They have so much firepower on this team that they are not concerned with losing a game. Even if we rewind back to last year when they could have lost that series against the Rockets, but they actually didn't. What you think about that too? Like this is a team that is not highly concerned really about this first round. They're probably laughing right now in this game against the Clippers. They Boogie Cousins goes down. How much is that going to affect them? I don't think it's actually going to affect them that much because they still have all of these players that they've had on this team. So it's not as if they are just going to be high strung and they're going to have issues with winning games. So Like I said, my dad should be calling in here in just a minute. But you look at the games from last night. The Warriors 132-105. KD had 38. You look at the Spurs. The Spurs are a sneaky 7 seed. You cannot trust the Spurs being a 7 seed and just think just because they're the 7 seed, they'll be able to lose a game, or they'll lose this series. I'm starting to lean towards the Spurs winning this series. All right, we got my Pops up on the line. Pops, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Doing good. How are you?
Good. It's good to be with you today, and all the podcast family I know is tuned in. So thank you for this opportunity to speak with my only begotten son on Good Friday.
I like what you did there. So if you don't know, Good Friday resembles the day that Jesus Christ died on the cross. That's what Good Friday resembles, and then Easter, which is on Sunday. So this is the Good Friday show. Real quick, let me give a shout out to Clutch Talk Sports in the building. So we have none other than Ben Sutterth Jr. That's why I'm the third. That's where you get BS3 from. We have him on the show. He's been on the chat room in recent shows, and I'm much appreciative of that. But let's talk about these NBA playoffs here. We're going to talk about specifically the games from last night. We were talking about, first off, the 76ers and the Nets. The Nets got an early win in that first game. And a lot of people were thinking maybe Philly's really not who they're projected to be, or who I've put them up on a pedestal. I think they should be coming out of the East. You got the Nets on the other side, who got a sneaky game. But last night's game, without Joel Embiid, they end up beating the Nets by 16 points. We were talking about that. But talk about that series and your thoughts on the Sixers.
Well, I agree. I think the Sixers, as far as talent-wise, they're more talented than the Nets. The Nets have been basically playing, above their talent level. And, you got to give the coach some credit for that. And also D'Angelo Russell's been balling out. And Karis LeVert, is that one of the Ohio players' grandson? I don't know.
That's what I was wondering, too. He may be related. That may be like his nephew or something.
Right, because with that name, it's kind of hard not to be related. But yeah, with Dinwiddie, but I think Dudley, he just opened up a can of worms, and similar to the Warriors, I think he woke up the 76ers. But as we were talking earlier, they just played a little bit more loose without Embiid. I think they feel obligated to give him what he needs down in the paint. But they just played a little bit more looser last night, and with Ben Simmons, he balled out with 31 points, and J.J. Redick 26. So, and Tobias Harris, 29, and Butler. He still hasn't produced the way he can, but he don't have to, because of all of that talent. So I think the Nets just play a little bit, above their actual, talent level, but they're just playing hard. And if you play hard in the NBA, you got good players in the NBA. You got to be good just to get there. And if you play hard and you play, team ball, and you can basically compete with anybody.
Right. And a lot of teams, they lose focus. They lose focus in games. They lose focus in transitions. It's like they have to have moments where they get punked, and then they come back and they realize that they were playing below what they should be playing at. Courtney Hart makes a great comment. He says the Nets just don't have enough firepower. Jared Dudley woke up Ben Simmons. Yeah, Ben Simmons, people were ragging on him about his jumper. And Jared Dudley said something that has awoken him. But this is kind of the way of the NBA right now. These kids are young, and the only way it seems like they come ready to play is if they get embarrassed or if they get called out. Then they rise to the occasion, and I think that's just the stage of what we have right now in the NBA.
Well, also,